This is Liz. Welcome to the stream. I can't change the volume yet, so I'm just going to leave this on the stream for a second. Hopefully, I don't change sound settings here. Oh, okay, here we go. Turn the volume down a ton. We'll just start with that. Let's see. Text speed. We'll keep it a little bit slower. Wait, oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't know. There we go. The music's pretty, but we don't need it to be like blasting. How does that sound if anybody's listening right now? Hoping my audio sounds pretty good. Yeah, so welcome. This game is called Heaven's Vault. I saw a playthrough of it a long time ago because this came out last year. I believe April of 2019 is when the game came out. And it is an indie game. I believe the publisher is Inkle. And it's a really interesting, it's not like a point and click game because I mean you are like walking around, but it's basically you go and you have to translate this whole ancient language. So you're kind of making decisions on like your best guess of what each word means, and you're trying to uncover the mystery to this civilization. And the world itself is really cool, and I'm really excited to play it. This was one of those things when I first started thinking about doing a Twitch channel. This was the game that I thought of because I felt like, you know, I can play Fall Guys, I can play Call of Duty, not well, but I can play them. And instead I just wanted to do something that felt like me, very me. So with that said, again, let me know if the audio is not great. Happy to make edits to it. But I figured I would start. Oh, and this is the Pina Colada stream because I went through great efforts to make a really good pina colada. You can see my Twitch, not my Twitch, my Twitter if you want to see a picture of it. But it is quite tasty. So if you hear, I also gulp. So if you hear me gulping, it's my me drinking my pina colada. Because all things pineapple are the best. Pineapple does belong on pizza. It belongs on everything. And that's mine. That's all I have to say about that. So let's get started.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Oh, I forgot. There's not. Yes, Yassine, I know you're here to self-promote and spoil everything. I forgot that there's not audio. I don't think there's audio for the speakers, so I'm gonna have to speak for them. Okay, So I will start speaking to them now. I did update my chat rules just because I felt like that would be a smart thing to do. That's what Yassine is referring to. Oh, take a rest before you walk, mistress, please. A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? Okay. There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. So here's some of the linguistic things. So you have to kind of figure out what the icons are, and it's basically learning a made-up language. So that means Heaven's Vault, clearly. The University of Iox, some weeks earlier. I will eventually stop stuttering.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
I will not be doing an accent, to spare you all. Mistress Aaliyah Elasra, I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She is very anxious for your arrival. And who are you? I'm a robot, mistress, as is apparent. This way. I was coming to see her anyway, you know. She is my supervisor. Naturally. So why has she sent you? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. Maybe I should get one of those. I was under the impression humans already had them, somewhere between the first and second vertebrae. And do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? This way. You should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand, I will be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Miari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I will try to sugarcoat your opinion. Great. Good to know you've got my back. Shall we proceed?
I was 15 when Miari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Oh, thank you, Yassine. I'm going to question him some more. Why is Miari's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I'm sure it is most pleasing to her. Just go into.
I still don't know why she did it.
Yassine, can you hear me okay? Volume-wise? Aaliyah, there you are. Come in. You want this robot to wait outside? And why would I want that? Thank you, Professor. Thanks, Yassine. It's good to see you again. I came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Aaliyah. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I'm gonna change the... Is there no music right now? Okay. I'm just afraid that... Because the music's really good. I don't want people to miss out on that. Wait, oh, there's show subtitles. I was wondering what the subtitles were. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone, Professor. Well, today it's important to me. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's certainly old. Empire period. The device is the Eagle and Sun. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janiki Renba. Do you know him? Maybe. I'm not sure. Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aaliyah, but can you read them? I've never seen either of these groupings before. But the two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Well? Okay, so... Alright. Friend or holy, and then beloved or emperor. I'm gonna guess holy emperor, just because that's the only pairing that seems to make sense to me. So we're gonna try that. Holy emperor, but I'm only guessing. What's this about? Janiki told me he'd found something. That was over a month ago. Janiki isn't like you. He's an Ioxian through and through. You mean he's soft? I mean he's reliable. Something persuaded him to go to Mercy, of all places. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah, but you can. You'll need to raise my stipend. You're a bobcat, Aaliyah. Come back when you found him, Aaliyah. And Aaliyah, you're taking that robot with you. Thank you, Professor. I long to see the nebula. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. Eager? Why? Aaliyah, really? I couldn't possibly imagine. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him, for the benefit of our little community. I'll bear that in mind. She's a sassy lady, and I appreciate that. You're as cold as the rivers themselves, well suited to the stars. He's down there by the tree. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. All right, so let's look at the Tree of Knowledge. The Tree of Knowledge, or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Okay, so this is... You can like look at all the different inscriptions that you get, and like there's a timeline of how long ago they happened. And you can search by like the subject, inscriptions, unsolved inscriptions. Let's see what I want to do. Close this. Okay, oh, L2 and R2 is to zoom. That's what I was looking for. So there's like the modern age that you have now, and then there's eventually you're able to see like different time periods, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna go back. Professor Miari wants me to sail for her friend. I suppose I don't have much choice. Okay, I'm gonna slow down the text so I actually have time to read it. until you finally reach the sun. Whoever that is. I went outside the university grounds once, exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers. They're all but dry now. You've not been outside? No. Can I just say, Mistress Aaliyah, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. I hate robots. They're always giving me robots. I lose them like I lose pencils. And I'm calling you Six. Six, mistress? I shall remember that. You know why he's called Six? Can you take a guess why? I wonder if I got Miari's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows this is an empire piece. Okay, so that means that that is the correct translation. I learned the word emperor. And the emperors believe themselves to be gods. So it makes sense that the words would be almost the same. So I got wholly correct too. A lot of this game you can figure it out on context, but it still doesn't tell me. Where did this thing come from? So you can kind of interact with the world as you so choose. I'm going to try to go for, not a completionist route because that would be a little intense, but I want to make sure I take my time with this. What do you think of that sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. I hate it. You can kind of choose what version of Aaliyah you want to be. I've dug broken bedpans from the dirt that are more attractive. Yes, mistress. Okay, so let's ask him a question. So where did they find you, Six? Me, mistress? Like most robots on Iox, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall on the lower levels. Yes, you see, and it is like that. Aaliyah, tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? History isn't mine. It belongs to everybody. Most of us are decent people, Aaliyah, and do not want it. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. So, I'm hoping this doesn't go away, but the loop is their, religious belief. Miari wants me to find Janiki Renba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout. What do you mean? Well, now, your ideas are hardly wholesome. All that death and decay. Most people think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. May the waters light your way. So, this religion, they believe in the loop, basically that nobody ever really dies, souls are rebirthed into new bodies. Oh look, it's Huang 2.0. You can see one of them walking up the stairs and the other one going around. Oh, that's not Huang, that's just another guy. Okay, because I remembered Huang was a nice guy. Like I said, I did see somebody play this through before, but it drove me crazy because their language, they didn't do the best job translating, and it was frustrating. I didn't know we were back on Iox. How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. You see, this guy reminds me of you. He's reading all the time. What were you reading? the Annals again. Did you know Mazwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one toward the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to earth. Are you really interested? Is it relevant to anything? It's only a story. But then, stories change how we think. Tell me when I get back. As you like, Aaliyah. I'll walk you to the dock. Let's see. Huang, do you know Janiki Renba? But I know Renba, of course. Well, a little. Why? What sort of man is he? He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he? Huang, just answer the question. Oh well, of course. He's fairly quiet, keeps himself to himself, likes his robots. What did he teach? Robotics. That's what I meant. One of the best. One of the few. Did you say did? Has something happened to Janiki? I don't know, Huang. I'm sure it's nothing bad. Oh my. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai I thought you might like. If you have time, that is. Always. That's not really what she'd say. She'd probably be like, yeah, if it suits me. Here, see what you think. Okay. So because I know Emperor, it filled an Empress, I guess. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other 2. So, buried or banished. Power, rebels, robots, metals. Okay, so it kind of looks like pushing someone away. I know that sounds weird, but I just kind of like, it's like Pictionary almost. We'll say banished for now. You can always change these later. And then we are so new at this point that we have no idea, so I'll just put rebels. Empress banished rebels. I think that's correct. It's quite a monster, isn't it? A story from the founding of the Empire itself? I suppose the first Empress was one of your 3 wolves. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. And yes, you see, they probably do get me too'd in the loop, sadly. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before, 6? I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out. And so we left the hollowed walls of the university. Okay, so this is just basically what I put together in this little section. I also like the graphics of this game. I think it's really interesting. The translucentness. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. Nice place, is it? I do not believe so, mistress. I believe it is a farmyard. Why does a roboticist go to a farmyard? study the competition, perhaps? Or perhaps there are robots buried on Mercy. Maybe Mercy will have a few ruins of its own. That seems unlikely. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iox Protectorate, of course. But it is not wealthy. Nonetheless, I will prepare the ropes. So now we're going to do some sailing. It's kind of like Treasure Planet. Okay. So now you get to look around. These are all the little like paths you ride. So eventually we'll have other ones. So Elbereth is my home. It's where I moor up when I want to sleep well. But not today. Yeah, we want to go to Mercy. Mercy is a tiny rural moon. It's where Janiki told Professor Miari he was going right before he disappeared. But why does a roboticist visit a rice farm? I could go there next. We're going to plot that course, and we're going to sail. This is my first time sailing, so we'll see how it goes. Iaxian space. Sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
Myari wanted us to sail to Maerzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
Okay. Route goes right shortly, mistress. So he kind of directs you. So you can... I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress. On the surface it appears the same, but there are deeper currents below. That's stay to the left. The Verdant Pass. Eventually there are like ruins and stuff you can find as you go. This is your ship, mistress. That's Mercy. You can see the greenery from here. Oh. Yeah, sometimes the conversations get cut off, from what I remember. Mercy, a farming moon. If Renba's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you are no doubt aware. Well then, let's see where Renba's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pop. So where do we start? There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up away from the water, that should take us to the village. Okay, just lay the land here. Let's go this way first. But there is no way I am crossing that, mistress. Robots cannot swim. You can wait, can't you? My power source is good for millennia, mistress. Waiting will not be an issue. Patience, however, is more limited. Tell that to Miari. Okay, let's look at that. A listing statue. I love these old moons, with their ancient stories. Who is that, for instance? One of the older goddesses? She is guarding the fields. Evidently, more than 1,500 years have passed since she was carved. That's a long time. Relative to what, exactly? There used to be gods throughout the nebula, even on Iox, before the Empire was founded. I'm surprised Iox let this one stay. Ooh. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Mercian leave goods for the Ioxians to collect. Okay, so that's what that was. Anything hiding over here? Well, Janiki won't be hiding in there. Okay, well. It's a big barn. This moon produces a surplus, mistress, for what good it does them. Okay, so I can't go up there. Can I go down this way? I can. I don't know if it's gonna be, if I'm gonna find anything. Oh, there's something here. Huh. A devotional icon fashioned from copper, dating from the Holy Empire? It has been inscribed, too. I doubt it's a single word. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. Okay, so you can kind of match this up. So this is a devotional icon, so it's definitely holy. Let's see, if we put holy up there, then we can't have empress. Well, I don't think we are going to be able to solve this one right now. So empress doesn't even work. This is basically just the words that we think we know. So I will put holy there. Let's see now. Okay, so now we're guessing. These glyphs resemble my translation for banished. So maybe because it's movement. Say follow. Holy. I mean, that reminds me of a waterfall, so I'm going to say water. Does follow holy water work? I could see what Huang thinks when I get back to Iox. Most likely this comes from the same site as the brooch. The one Miari gave me on Iox. Yes, we know. That was 5 minutes ago. This new find should help us to locate that site. Okay, so, yeah, it is helpful to walk around and explore the environment. We'll walk this way. No, we won't. There's a big plant there. We'll walk this way. I don't think we're going to get very far, but... Nope. Okay. So now we'll actually go back. I think I can go this way. Can't I? Yeah.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. A warehouse. I thought I saw a face at the window. Okay, so we'll have to check that out. A woman. She ducked out of sight. Suspicious. Oh, this is unrelated to the game, but I was talking the other day on stream about getting a corona test, and I got the results. It's negative. I do not have the Rona. Yay! I'm so happy. Which means my boyfriend most likely does not have the Rona. This moon seems most poor to me. There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere. Woohoo indeed, Yassine. You've never seen fields before? This is how most people live. I did not intend to give offense, mistress. I have never been off Iox before. Forget it, Six. Just maybe keep your voice down a little. I don't know why Miari wanted me to take you with me. The professor cares about your safety. I can handle myself. Okay. She dominates everything. Elbereth has a statue like that, sort of. It's just a pair of feet. Iox must approve. Although I understood they had destroyed similar statues on other moons. Can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps you believe if I had a scrap of clothing, then I could trace his scent. Can you do that? Trace a scent? No, mistress. If I see him, I will let you know. So sassy. Okay, looks like we can go around this way. The mechanics of this game are a little weird. Look at this thing. Where is she from? From the material, I would judge it was not quarried here, but most likely close by. It's very big, you understand. Beautifully crafted. What's this? Almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type, but the Broochmaster Renba sent to the professor does. The mineral is the same. You think Renba left this here? Some kind of clue? Statistically, yes. But we cannot be sure. Perhaps we should return to the ship. Miari told me to look, so I'm looking. Commendable, mistress. But this shard does not come from here. Look, we just got here, dude. We've got some things to explore. First time off-world, I know. A little intimidating. But, come now. He sure follows her like a dog, you see. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. No crumbled towers. course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. This is a waste of my time, that's what it is. Renba's probably back on Iox again right now. Professor Miari would have contacted me if that was the case, mistress. He is out here, somewhere, waiting. I do kind of wish there was like an overlay in the world where you found these like hidden things instead of just walking and hoping you stumble across something. Where does all the water here come from? There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it. Oh wait, there's something there. There's plenty of rice stored up. Elbereth shouldn't move itself here. I believe that is exactly what the Protectorate exists to prevent. How many moons are there in the Iox Protectorate? 6? At the last settlement, it was 23. Even more rice. Okay, there is a lot of rice here. Just lying around. I could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Alberethian family for a week. No one would even notice it was gone. I heard Elbereth was a moon of thieves, mistress. I had assumed it was a slur, rather than a strategy. Up this way. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare. Indeed, mistress.
This was what passed for a street on Mayersey. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
The key to a good pina colada, if you're wondering, if anyone's wondering, is you have to use light rum and dark rum. It gives it way more depth, and the dark rum is just beautiful. I learned this when I took my first cruise ever. After the first time I got on a plane ever, and the bartender at the pool, that was his unique trade, his trick. Now, what would Janiki be doing here? There aren't any robots on Mercy. Are they? Are there? I think some of the text needs to be updated on this. There's a couple typos. I'm just checking everything. If Renba was here, then someone must have seen him. The place is small and full of people. They will talk to you, mistress. Come back here. I want to talk to you. Why wouldn't they? You are an outsider, mistress. So was Renba. I'm approaching the well. It's weird, when I click approach the well, or like, sometimes it'll just start me walking, like I'm not controlling it right now, but other times
Three
I'm just walking
paths
around.
met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Stranger. Greetings. Greetings to you. Welcome to Mayersey. You have come to trade. Okay, thanks so much, Yassine. Loved having you here. What do you have to trade? If you do not know that, then you have not come to trade. You're right. I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Mayersian, surely. We are alike as ants to you. My friend is a Myoxian. We do not keep any of those in our pens. Good luck with your search. They say the nebula is wide. Rude AF! What the heck? Yeah, helpful. Very helpful. It appears Renbo was never here, mistress. Shall we leave? I want to look around some more. Let's walk this way. Oh, wait, no, I saw something over here. No. Oh, I just walked that direction and then it started. Is that so? Please, it is important I find my friend. No disrespect, but we have seen no strangers here on Mercy until today. Good faith to you. He is so rude! Wait. Okay. No, not back to the fields. I want to go to the well. Haha! Is that an inscription? It has been mostly scratched away. Symbols in the ancient script. We might be able to translate them. Alright. This is the end of a line of text. Okay. So, holy something. Holy moly guacamole? No, they did not have guacamole. Which leaves one word to guess. Oh, so that's probably not water. This is probably water. Maybe the other one is light? I could still change my mind, but... Holy water. I mean, it is a well. What do you see there? Can you read this inscription? A child could read it. The symbols simply say, water. Thanks. Like, dude, we get it. You don't like us. I'm not talking to you. Bye. I'm not even looking at you. The disrespect. Oh, I can't walk over there. I have to follow the path. There's not many people tending all of these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. By my faith, it stinks here. I do not believe pigs are known for their hygiene, mistress. There's some ugly pigs. Something under the leaves. No, nothing here. False alarm? Well, that's rude. Ugh. I stepped in something. Mud, mistress. Will your tracks cope with the muck? Of course they will. They clean themselves, too. Oh, well, isn't that helpful? She has, you can't see her, okay, you can see her feet when she stops, but when she's walking, she's got twinkle toes. There are little brushes under my fuselage, you understand. Fascinating. Mistress. Let's go. I guess we should talk to him. Another thing. Yes? Let's show him the crystal. I found a lump of crystal. You are very lucky. Do you recognize it? No. You found it, after all, and not I. I think my missing man had this crystal. Perhaps it brought him ill luck. I cannot help you with that. Okay, we're just gonna lay all our cards out. Do you recognize this? Please stop showing me everything you carry in your little bag. Please, leave us be. I'm not finished with you yet. Is that so? I just want to find this man. His name is Janiki Renba. Your husband, perhaps? Gone wandering? I'm afraid something's happened to him. If we had seen your husband, if he had met with an accident among us, what would Iox do? I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. Iox is just and fair. If my friend met with an accident here, Iox would do nothing. The man sighed. Your husband was here. Jesus! He left in a ship. It took long enough to get this out of you. Then something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your husband. And that's all. And it is more than you deserve. Good faith to you, lady. Jeez. Please leave us be. Okay, we get it. You want us to go. Yeah, I'm walking away from you. I can't take you anymore. Come on, Six. Let's try this way. Get away from this guy. Perhaps we should return to the ship now, mistress. No! Soon, not yet. Oh, I walked through him. So did Six. Excuse me, Monsieur Pig. Ladies. You are from Iox. My name is Leah. Then you are not her. Not Miari. That's who you're waiting for? I heard your voice. You're Ioxian. But you said Aaliyah. My name is Aaliyah Miari. Do you have a message for me? He told me you might come. Janiki, my tall Ioxian, he left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. I found it. A crystal. But I don't know what it means. He told me you would understand. I hope you find him, Miss Miari. You can't tell me what he was doing here? Did someone find some robots? He was looking for something. In the sky. He was always watching the rivers. I have to go now. Okay, well, peace, bye. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Dang. Okay, I get it. You don't like Ioxians. Yeah, so they call the passageways in the sky rivers, even though they're like rivers of air. Can I go up here? And talk to him. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath. Definitely no robots here. No reason for Renba to come here at all. Don't imagine Renba met that woman on Iox, after all. Oh, let's just avoid back around. I like to control my own guy. So if there are no robots, why are there ramps everywhere? Iox uses robots to collect produce from moons in the Protectorate. I think to the right is somebody in that house. But I want to see, wasn't there a person this way for a second? Did he disappear? I went down that way. Isn't the Protectorate too many moons to manage? There are no threats at present. This no doubt eases the situation. Okay, this isn't exactly what I want to do. Okay, that guy went that way, so I want to go back up this way. Go to that house up there. So what do the moons get out of being in the Protectorate? Theoretically, the support of the Ioxian Guard. But that is largely historical. Yo, Jim, hello! Welcome, welcome. You just missed my friend Yassine. He was here for a while, chatting it up. Okay, I can't go in there. Approach a villager. Good faith, master. My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just... Yeah, so everybody hates her because she's from Iox. Well, she's not, but she was raised there. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. So, Jim, this is Aaliyah. What is this noise? What noise? This is Six, the robot. The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. Do you mean what the game is, Jim? Okay, so it's not a ghost robot. This is just the graphic design of the game. It's kind of like spoopy like that. But basically, she is looking for a roboticist that her adoptee professor mother wants her to look after. Go find, because he's gone missing, kind of. She is an archaeologist, and people don't like archaeologists because in this religion and in this world, they don't believe that like people and things just die. They believe that they're automatically like reborn into everything, into new souls and new beings, whatnot. So, and the reason the ghost robot's name is Six is because, well, you find this out, but eventually, but she's destroyed 5 other robots like him because she doesn't really care for them very much. So right now this game is also about like doing inscriptions and like trying to translate a language. As Yassine said earlier, kind of like Duolingo, but for a made-up language. Good faith. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. Well, that's quite upfront. I'm looking for someone. An Ioxian man named Janiki Renba. She's gone, girl. Are you expecting to find him hiding behind a tree? Okay. Okay, girl. I get it. Are you hiding behind this tree? Should I look at all the trees? Okay, so I already checked. She does have powerful eyebrows. She also has a nose ring. Okay, I think... Okay, I tried to go up to that house. I will try one last time to get up to that house. Because when we first came, there was somebody hiding in the window. You haven't heard her, like, voiceover talk yet, Jim, but she, yeah, her feet disappear because she be moving her toes so fast. Maybe if I go over... Okay, maybe we are done here. So, let's see. The brooch Miari gave me had to come from somewhere out in the winds of the nebula, a site that Renba had somehow found. Perhaps he was still down there. Okay, so those are places I can go to eventually. I do want to fight the pigs. These are ugly pigs. Do you see? Look at that. Uggo. Like, I like pigs. But that guy is, he needs a facelift. Jim, is Alyssa watching? Because Alyssa would love this game. I told her that earlier on Instagram, but, I'm so excited. I said this on stream earlier that I don't have the Rona. I know I told you this already, Jim, but I'm so excited I don't have Rona. The little things, you know. I'm very thankful to be able to work remotely and, like, not have to worry so much about it, but, you know, my whole livelihood, like, I would be able to still work from home. Grocery shopping, boo! I made pina coladas. Tell her to come over and drink pina coladas with me. I mean, you can come if you want. But now that I'm not coronavirusing, I went grocery shopping earlier, so I had stuff to make the pina coladas with. Okay, we're gonna go back to the ship. Back to the ship, 6. We've done all we can here for now. Thanks, Jim. I'm my happiest failure. And so we left the warm, wet fields of Mercy. Okay, so this is just the timeline of what we just did, basically. You haven't gotten to see any of the translation bit yet, Jim. It's pretty fun. Renba left Crystal for Miari to find. But what was he trying to tell her? We could otherwise seal the Iox and tell Miari what we've learned so far about Renba. I am quite certain in my analysis, Mistress. The crystal we found, Mistress, and the element inside the brooch, they originate from a moon somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. The cyclones is a dangerous wild. There's nothing there but clouds and storms. I am aware of that, Mistress. I wonder, what exactly did Renba discover? The dangers of sailing through a hurricane? I don't want whatever happened to Renba happening to us. I will do my best to keep you safe, Mistress. But then again, I imagine Renba's robot said the same thing. Alright, so where are we gonna go now? I had traveled to the lush rice fields of Mercy on the trail of Janiki Renba, but found nothing except for a curious crystal shard. I miss the place. The air there is soft and scented. If there was any reason to return, I would. Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of explore. We don't have enough to plot a course to this unknown site, but we do have enough information to go to the crystal moon. The chunk of crystal Renbo left, blah blah blah. Did Renbo really travel this way? I know enough to find this site. Okay, so let's plot a course for that. And see what we get. The Verdant Pass, sailing to the crystal moon. Are there other ships on the rivers, mistress? I'm gonna go left. I have not seen any. You should go right up ahead. Chinikis? The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. I hope there isn't a snake in here. A roll of cloth. Why would Renba hide something like this? He must have had a reason, mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Thick fabric. Chiniki, what is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Ooh, translation time. Purple robe. This is a long one. It's Guskin. Okay, so we know that. Okay, so I want to change. Okay, so that's holy water for sure. I chose this translation for a reason. Let's see if I can remember what it was. Okay. This is what I wanted to change. Follow holy. So you can like go back and change your translations when you realize they're not completely correct. I'm gonna say light. Let's take another look at this. Okay. Okay, so okay, it's definitely not and. So ahead or together. If follow has that apostrophe and a dot, might be together. Since it's got the same cane kind of looking thing as the word emperor, which we're for sure, and holy, I mean, pilgrims are considered to be holy soldiers. So I would put pilgrims. And the circle makes me think it would be all. All pilgrims ahead? Together? Any thoughts? Anybody have any ideas? I think it's 0. Let's try that. All pilgrims ahead. But the question is, why did Renba hide this? There's more in here. This is a telescope. It's beautifully preserved. And there's an etched message on the casing. This one is a phrase run together. Okay. Let's see. Follow. And light. I'm feeling confident about my translation of light now. Okay, so it's good that I went back and changed it then. Ooh, I bet it's this. Follow star's light. Because it's a telescope. Follow star's light. I don't think this is from the same site as that robe. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything quite like this telescope before. So it must have originated on somewhere I didn't know about. But that's not all. There's also a worn stylus made of silver. How did Renba get his hands on all this? Doesn't have an inscription along the stem. This comes from the same place as the telescope, I think. Having another artifact should be helpful in pinning down where these were originated. So are these leads, or are these things what Renba was after? Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Can you work out where the robe originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. But Professor Miyari was keen that we found Master Renba. And I am sure Master Renba is equally keen to be found. Show me where he went, Six. I am not exactly certain, mistress, but I believe Renba traveled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones. Eek. That's all we learned in the last couple minutes. Okay, so right now we can either go back to Iox, or we could go into the eye of the cyclones. This is the airless moon where Renba hid his stash of finds. Do I have to zoom in more to go there? There we go. Janikiu Renba found something impossibly deep in the swirling waters of the cyclones. Is there still more to find? And is Renba waiting to be found? I know enough to find this site. Okay, I'm going to let my dogs in because, I stepped on a dog toy. It is almost the hour, the skunk bewitching hour, which means my dogs can't be outside in the dark. I got one of them. The other one's running up with her ears flapping in the wind. So, my stream may be a little bit more chaotic now, but hey. And North just tried to drink my pina colada, which is less fun. Okay. Whew. Let's plot a course and sail. Basically, it looks like you're just going in a big circle. The cyclones. Sailing to the eye of the cyclones. I've got a bag of popcorn next to me because I didn't actually eat dinner. And the dogs want it. I have been analyzing the purple robe we found in Renba's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of a significant age. Ooh, this is fast. Is it the kind of robe that would need a brooch to hold it? Indeed it is, mistress. I would go so far as to say I can detect the pinholes, mistress. Oh, we're going fast again. Hold on, Six. I cannot hold on, mistress. We're in one piece. We appear to be. Whee! Another rapid. The whole area is wild. it's super slow. We better check the hull when we next land. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It all ends in the same spot. Now we're near to the eye of the cyclones, mistress. I cannot see which way to turn at this branch. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. We will have to choose one and explore. If you hear breathing in the background, it's my dog. Hot breathing. I see it! There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe. They're gonna teleport! Which is interesting because it's such like a... The culture is so different. It's not like a futuristic society. Will Renbub be waiting for us here in the center of the storm?
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. It seems Janiki had a taste for places like this. I have a feeling about this one. Whatever Renbo's after, we're close. I hope he will be grateful when we find him. We are taking considerable risk. This way. Do you think we will find him? I prefer to believe that we will. Surely even you wish that too. Is this not the right way? For some reason I thought that was the right way, because it looks like you can't go forward there. Do not sprain your ankle out here, mistress. We are unsuitably far from help. Do you think that's likely? I am outside of my expertise, mistress. I do not know what to expect. Miari assigned you to keep me safe, so I'm relying on you and your ethical core to do that. My ethical core cannot keep you safe, mistress. It merely limits my ability to harm you. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. How did Janiki find it? So if we could ask him, mistress. Sorry, my dog just made a sound of barfing in the background. Blocked with rubble and ruin. This whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside? So what should I do? Just go back to Iox and say, we got so far, then we gave up? You don't think she'd send us right back here? I do not think Professor Miari wants you to sprain your ankle, mistress. I don't think Miari cares about my ankle. And besides, you can always hopper me back to the ship. So are robots capable of hope? Certainly. We calculate odds, of course. But even the most unlikely outcomes must always eventually occur. Hope is a mathematical certainty. I like that. I like that too. The mathematics does not care whether you like it or not, mistress. Okay. Some kind of structure. There's a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. It might help me date this place. Figure out what it's supposed to be. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Oh, Renba. That's your ship, isn't it? It must be Renba. We thought he'd blown himself up. Crashed. Okay. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Do you see any other way in? No, neither do I. His face. The floor looks like stone to me, Six. So it is heavy and more likely to fall. Maybe that's what happened to Renba. He fell through a hole in the floor. We're clambering over. Here goes. Good clambering, Aaliyah. The floor seems sound enough. 6? Where did the robot go? Clambered into the ruin. Look at this place, Leah. No one would live here. They couldn't.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Why build something as big as this out here? Who was it for? Ooh, an inscription. There's an inscription here. It's old, barely visible. Scratched into the plaster. Well, it's saying that it's related to Emperor and Holy because of the staff, and I feel like I would be maybe just like one symbol. So Guardian. I really have no idea. It's supposed to be like banished. So maybe death. This is supposed to be kind of related to banished Emperor and Light. Defended. Maybe instead of death, maybe it's friend. Guardian defended a friend. I don't know. Just Guardian guarded beloved makes sense. It's a beautiful example of the script. Pity I barely understand it. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. Oh, it might be death then. Hardly comfortable. Whoever built this place wasn't worried about making it cozy. Oh, there was the stairs. I thought that was just like a jump off. Mistress. Obviously, it is good to see you intact, mistress. How did you get down from that arch? I could not, climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. Now you understand why I keep losing robots. They're always doing stupid stuff like that. Another cot. I found one just like this on the floor above. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb back upstairs, so they made up a bed down here instead. Someone died right here, mistress. You're sure? The evidence is minor, but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Renba? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. Okay, I want to go and change my inscription. Unsolved inscriptions. This one. So I think this is death. Maybe it is I. Maybe it's I see death, or I fear death. That's what I'm gonna guess it is. Did it change? Okay. I'm gonna change it to I fear death. The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Are you saying Janiki took them? What remained of them? Someone did. There's an inscription up here. More characters. Okay, so we've got one word we think is right. More words I don't know. Okay. Water. Something. Protect. Oh geez. Okay. So something similar. I'm gonna say goddess because that's simpler than emperor. Water goddess. This would be like maybe the act of being a god, so goddessing, aka blessing. Blesses. Maybe fire. Why would a water goddess? Light? No, because I'm pretty sure that's water because that was found on the well. Water goddess blesses harvest. I don't know. I don't think that's right, but we'll just put that there. Water goddess blesses harvest. Okay, I have to go around this way apparently. A fire poker. Might be worth something to someone. I really like the landscape of this. It's cool. I could slip through here. Are you always this adventurous, mistress? I am finding it quite exhausting. You'll cope, somehow.
In the yard behind the house there were tools. Plots of earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
Bone dry. So, who lived here and why? Someone hiding from something? It's certainly a lonely spot. Garden beds. Something must have been able to grow here once, though I can't see how. The smoke must be Renba. He thought he'd blown himself up. Or crashed. I'm coming back, 6. Okay, is there anything else in here that I missed? On this floor, there's this room. Oh, a wooden heavy box. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. There's something inscribed on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Okay, well that apostrophe is pretty... I'm gonna say that's of. I'm gonna say treasures of... If we're thinking all is that circle with the 3 lines or 4 lines, then that makes me think that it would be enormous. I want to say value, but then I'm like, I guess I'll put value for now. I think it's probably truth, but treasures of enormous value. That will do for now. Miari will be most excited by this find, mistress. Whatever proves to be inside. Let's keep this one to ourselves, maybe. Valuable finds, mistress? Of course she must be told. Why do you suppose I am here? We will have to get it open. I think it's a reliquary. A place to put your belongings when you die. The idea is you get them back when you return. Do people often return from death, mistress? The loop says everyone returns from death, so long as their soul gets back to the rivers. And what do you believe, mistress? Ooh. It's a comforting idea. I can see why people choose to believe. Perhaps you require more evidence. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. I can't even get my fingers under the lid. Ah, I've got the iron poker. I might be able to snap the lock. Mistress, is it moving? It's definitely shifting. Here goes then. Oh, I got it open. Let's see.
And there it was, just lying there. the greatest treasure I ever found.
6. Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
The eagle and sun motif. Just like Janiki's brooch. The mark of the empire. Could this be the crown of Ajax itself? What's this crown doing out here? Did Janiki bring it here and hide it? I do not think that coffer has been opened in at least 500 years, mistress. But he must have known it was here. Why else come? There's something written along the rim. Oh, it's a long one. It's a long boy. And toward... It's got water in it, so I'm going to say rivers. Towards rivers of light. So it's got the 4 vertical lines in between the I, so I'm going to say we. Towards rivers of light, we follow, sail. I'm going to say forever, because forever would encompass all. Towards rivers of light, we sail forever. Is this crown what Miari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Renba too, perhaps? Mistress. I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. Okay, we get it. A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would have needed water, mistress. The house has been built right up against the rock face. Must have been cold here. Whoever lived in this place would have kept their fire burning constantly. I wonder what they did for wood. Okay.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
We have obtained one intriguing artifact here, the crown. With luck, we will be able to trace it. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Miari directly. We must also inform her of our theories about Renba. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. No, we still have more to do here. We've still more to do here. There must be more to this place. Yeah, like the giant crash in the background. I want to know who lived here, who died here, and what happened to Renba. So a hopper is a teleporter? Okay, that's just a short distance teleporter, mistress. I don't want to reply to that. It's boring. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. There's something carved into the rock here. People here really like their rock carvings. This one is several words. Okay, so I'm going to guess water. Us. That's the word for water. Short and simple, and almost a pictogram. I'm also certain of us. There's only one word left to resolve. Well, let's see. Maybe joins because it's kind of similar to follow. Could also be heals, but we'll try joins. Does water joins us make sense? Water would have to run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. I have a stream of my own right now. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Well, thank you, Sick. That's the shrine. Assuming it's not an outhouse. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here, in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? There's another inscription. There's a few words in this one. Emperors forever. Oh, if it's a shrine, that would make sense that it would be forever. I'm sure my translation for forever is right now. Okay, perfect. Emperor something forever. Oh, geez. I would consider this little, like, weird looking E. If I was right about fear, it could be rule, because that has a negative connotation to it. Emperors rule forever. Emperors here? What were the emperors doing out here? According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? It would explain a few things. Not least that crown. A stone pedestal with someone in it. She seems familiar. It's the same as the statue on Mercy. Indeed, mistress. Mistress, you can recognize her by her hat. Simply fashioned. Not a treasure, a functional item. This should tell us a little more about this place. And there's something inscribed on it. I can barely make the letters out. They're so small. This one is a phrase run together. I can add my translation for goddess to my dictionary now. This final word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Goddess, bless. Probably gardens. Because that's what Mercy was. It was a farming village. Farming moon. Goddess, bless, gardens. Or plants, maybe. The shrine itself is made of stone, but it's not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the building? The outer structure is, certainly, but the stone pillar, no. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. How old would you say the pillar was? Mid to late Empire period, mistress. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. An important ritual object? Evidently, it is significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Can you tell where it's from? Not immediately, mistress. So if the figurine is the goddess from Mercy, does that suggest people from Mercy built this place? Were Mercians the original hermits? Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything over here. It'll be dark in there. Renba. Nothing. Okay, so we're not allowed to go that way. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, Six? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appears to have had this kind of ground in mind. And who did design you? I have no idea, mistress. They did not leave a signature. The smoke is this way. By all the moons and waters. Oh. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Can we be sure this was Janiki's ship? No, mistress. But the circumstantial evidence is very strong. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. This was the hull. That was fast. Must have been an explosion, mistress. Enough to be seen on Mercy. Lightships don't usually explode. Janiki must have used an inadvisable propellant to travel. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Miari, mistress. I'm not ready to do that yet. I suppose. I always assumed we would find Renba. I assumed... I don't know. Miari made it sound like he'd run away. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, mistress. How do I look at that? This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress. And you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiki is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Not just yet. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. The fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. What is a wellspring anyway? A source, mistress. Source of what? Commonly, water. Also, air. Can I go this way? No. Okay, I think I found everything I could find everywhere over there. There's nothing we can do here, Six. Nothing at all. What I can't figure out is this. What was Renba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress. But how that trail began and where it was leading him... most unclear. Oh wait, there's something above the door. Oh no, I didn't want to do that! No! No! I wanted to read the inscription. Oh. That's frustrating. Maybe I could just make him take me back.
Darkness.
This is not the Nightingale. 6? I hate robots. I hate them. They always do this kind of thing. Right before they give you the speech about how it was for your own good. Mistress, you were about to step on a small ant. My ethical core required me to lock you inside this packing crate. It's cold in here. What? There you are. Where were you? I'm gonna address the head thing next. Miari. Six. Is everything alright? Did you know you've lost your head? You followed me, Lexi. As I thought you might. Because you knew. Because you've always known. Six. Is someone calling? There is no one here. You are quite alone. You might confess your lie quite safely. What lie? You are not what you claim. I know this, Miari. You asked me to look, and I found so much. And who do I say I am? You say you are the highest of the high. She who knows the people. But you are nothing. I know it. Am I talking to Renba? There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than your lies. Lexi, there is a great darkness, an all-consuming, hungry darkness. And it is coming. Darkness? There is an ancient place, Miari. An observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. An observatory. I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone, long ago, made certain they would not remember. Renba, how do I help you? He's all glitchy. You have my apologies, mistress? I do not understand the question. 6? Yes, mistress? I observe we are not back on the Nightingale. There must be something wrong with the hopper. I will look into it. This way, mistress. You don't remember how we ended up in here? Hoppers can misfire due to imperfections, mistress. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. And no one called you just now? Evidently not, mistress. I was talking to Renba. Just now. Through you. Master Renba is dead. I see where we are now. Although I still don't see how we got in there. Are you ready to go now, mistress? don't hassle me. I want to go read that inscription. Then I was so rudely interrupted while I was trying to read the inscription. I have to be more careful with my selections. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really like this game. I just think it's super interesting. I got stuck on a rock. Okay. Carving. There we go. There's something carved above the door. This one is several words. All rule. I believe you can be confident of your translation for all now, mistress. But my translation rule doesn't feel right now. Okay. So it's not rule. I was relating that word to fear. Hopefully I can make some better guesses for the rest of this. Okay. Maybe here. Maybe I'll rest here. It's kind of similar to fear or death. Some kind of blessing, maybe. I just want to take one more stab inside. Let's take another look inside. I feel like there's got to be something I missed, like an inscription up there, the glint above that door. There's something up here. A blade. A dagger. A little corroded, but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. It appears to be etched with tiny glyphs, mistress. They're impossibly small. This is 2 words, not 1. But where does one word end and the next start? Okay. So it could be Empress. I don't think we can... It's going to tell me that's wrong. Something's gone wrong. I must have used the wrong words. Okay. So, I mean, this doesn't fit any... Oh, it does. Harvest. That isn't the word for harvest. Okay. So it's 2 words. So what does this say? Well, the word emperor is in there. So... Okay, well, if there's light and there's water, then this is probably fire. This seems like it's bigger than just the empires, though, because then wouldn't it be, like, of the emperor? So maybe it's Nebula's fire. That'd be a cool name for a dagger. Does Nebula's fire work? Just look around everywhere. Wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might open. See, this is why I came back. Oh, a painting! Look at this! Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail. It's beautiful. Why is 6 so twitchy in the background? These look like the rivers of Ghost's Wake. Is this where the shrine outside comes from? But no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Is there an inscription? Seems so. There's a few words in this one. Okay. Well, it's not banished. Something me, something. I can add my translation for me to my dictionary now. This makes the most sense. Take me home. It's a map. I could still change my mind, but take me home? Is this where whoever lived here came from? I thought this place was built by people from Mercy. No one comes from Ghost's Wake. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in here. I'm glad we took another look at this, though. Jeez. Could have missed out on that. I will wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. He's all glitched out. Oh my god. Okay. Nothing up there. Oh! No, locked. Or blocked. Or both. Oh, there's stairs going up. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Okay. There's something wedged here. An earring of gold. It looks like something from the Ioxian Empire. The maker didn't include an inscription around the inside surface. I think this originates from the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mural. This should make its location easier to find. Let's see if there's anything else up here. Oh yeah. What's this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position of the bearings are fixed. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Aroi might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. There are scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? But if so, what was this stand meant to hold? Can I interact with that at all? No. Can I go in here? No. Is that it? I can't fall off. Okay, well I guess just don't look down, Aaliyah. Okay, I didn't know you're such a scaredy cat, but not that high. Okay, so that's where I found that one inscription about death. Okay, now I feel like we're good here. I feel like we can talk to Six and just be like, let's go, peace out. You have collected 2 more interesting artifacts here, the earring and the dagger. Also, we have pinpointed 1 new location of interest, the site from the mural. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Let's get out of here. Stand by, mistress. Let's hope he gets to the ship this time. And so we left the surface of the ruined Hermitage moon near Mercy. With enough new evidence to find a previously unknown site. Awesome. Aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Miari what we've seen, and I'm sure she wants to see the crown. Well, I think we're going to be ending the stream here. Let's see what she says. But just look at this thing. The workmanship is beautiful. Evidently, it is more than a simple crown, mistress. It's a symbol. This was Iox's power, lost after the fall. To regain it would be a sign that Iox was once more the center of the nebula. More than that, mistress. I believe the metal is a casement for a mechanism of some kind. A mechanism? What kind of mechanism? Without opening it up, I cannot tell. My friend Aroy on Elbereth might be able to help. She'd be able to open it up and take a look at it safely. The occupants of Elbereth are hardly trustworthy. I'm from Elbereth. I will bear that in mind. Unamused. Okay, well, I think we're going to stop the stream there because it's been over 2 hours, but thank you so much, everyone, for listening and coming along on this ride. I'm hoping to do a couple more streams this week. It'll probably be a mixture of Heaven's Vault and maybe some Fall Guys, just to spice things up. I think I need a break from the Call of Duty experience that I had the other day. I also got Little Nightmares, which I'm excited to try, but I want to make some good progress on Heaven's Vault first. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, please give my channel a follow. That helps me on the path to becoming an affiliate where I could actually maybe make some money from this, which would be really nice. But mostly I'm just here to have fun, and I really hope you enjoy my stream today. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.